Hello, welcome to my channel. This is 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐿𝐸en here at Modest Sisters, and today I'm talking to you about Valentine's Day. Now obviously we are going to be stuck indoors this Valentine's Day, so I thought it would be cool to think of ideas that you can do during this Valentine's Day, and looks as well, I guess, that you can be inspired by. It wouldn't be a video by Modest Sisters without talking about clothes or adding outfits in there somehow. I love to give you guys inspiration. I love to talk to you guys about fashion. I love to talk about sustainable fashion as well. And on this channel, I do reviews. I do accessory reviews and unboxings, basically. So if that's your thing, oh, I also do lifestyle. So if that's your thing, consider sticking around and maybe subscribing, maybe turning on your notification bell. I don't know. This list is not going to be about chocolates, teddy bears, flowers, because I think that's a given. Without those things, Valentine's Day still holds significant meaning. But if you're into that, if you like that, that's cool. I want to give you ideas of more interesting things that perhaps you wouldn't consider doing, but we're indoors. We're forced to be a little bit more creative about how we spend our time together and show appreciation of one another. So here we go. The number one thing I would say is be intentional about the day ahead of time, 2 weeks before, hence this video is coming ahead of time. Plan the day, intend on having some kind of structure, not too rigid, but be intentional about what you want to do at what points of the day. Have 1 or 2 stamp time point in the day, if that makes sense. And hopefully some of the activities that I'm going to share with you will be some kind of inspiration of what to plan into your day. I guess that was number 1. So number 2, this is an idea that I had, which I think you might find interesting, and that is basically to relive a holiday experience that you have had. And you can relive that virtually or in person if you are blessed to live with people right now. Relive a holiday experience, and that may mean dressing up in the outfit that was worn on that special night or that you wore on that special event, doing the things that you did on that night that made it really fun. Yeah, it can mean anything, but basically plan to relive that experience, and obviously plan ahead of time. Wear what you wore, do what you did on that day, talk about some of the things that happened if it is that you shared that moment with somebody. I think you get the gist, you know, be free, have fun with it. And yeah, that's point number 2. Point number 3, this is a little bit on the fun side. This is so me. Do a self-portrait of each other. Become artists for a moment. Have fun with it. I think one of the best ways to get through a hard time, a tricky time, a time where we have to follow such unusual rules. I'm talking about COVID, by the way, depending on when you're watching this. I don't know when you're watching this. We are in the middle of a pandemic. To get through such an unusual time, definitely think outside the box and have fun, okay? Don't get bogged down by what's going on. Don't spend too much time thinking about it. Don't take yourself too seriously. There is obviously time for work. There's time to reflect. There's time to appreciate. There's times to appreciate and respect what's going on and show love and sympathize with those that are going through hard times. But then also there is time to just relax, and regardless of what's going on around you, regardless of the storm around you, you still have to remember to look after yourself and relax and have fun. That may mean doing a self-portrait, doodling your loved one, your sisters, your kids, your friends, your boyfriend, yourself. Have fun with it. You know, just take a moment and have a little bit of fun. 4th thing on my list, I think you expected this to be here. Dress up, put on some makeup, put on some lipstick, put some effort, and do a virtual come down with me. A virtual come down with me doesn't have to be so, I don't know, so much pressure, but basically have fun with it. Assign responsibilities of who would do what. Essentially, that's how I'm thinking to do it. Now, if you live by yourself, you can still do it in the sense that you join hands, join teams with your friends or with your loved one, whoever, basically, and you guys cook the same dish. As you're cooking, talk through how you're making the same dish. Different people have different ways they fry egg. You'll be surprised at how different someone's frying egg skills are from yours, right? Obviously, if you live with people, then share responsibilities. Somebody could make the starters, dessert, main, canapes, whatever, however you want to do it. Somebody can be in charge of picking the wine or the drink for the mains, whatever. But I think a virtual come down with me or a come down with me is a cool idea to make the day a little bit different and obviously show that it's a little bit special. The fifth thing on my list is to set a Zoom call, a FaceTime call if they have iPhone, a WhatsApp video call, or just a call with a couple that you really admire or a family that you really admire, and just have a good old chinwag with them. Just have a chat and share moments, share stories, or just have a simple conversation of how they're spending their day. This will be really cool actually for a couple that is maybe young in their marriage, or they're just courting, or they're together for a short space of time. I'm sure by now they have somebody that they would like to get to know, or somebody that they aspire to. If the person you would love to speak to is not reachable, you could read about them, or you could discuss them, or watch a biography about them. Put yourself in their shoes and learn from them. Take one or two things and show appreciation of them and one another if you can speak to them, because you will find that there's so much that you gather from somebody who is so much, they have so much more miles in their relationship, and Valentine's Day means something very different to what a younger person may see it. And obviously they have a lot to share. They have a lot of experience to share. They get to know what you're doing, how you're feeling, what you guys are up to, how you're handling all of this, and then vice versa as well. The next thing on my list is to rearrange your house. That can be a room, that can be a corner of your house that you spend a lot of time in, that can be a whole sitting room or a whole dining room, that can be simply getting new plates to eat on the day, just something special. When I wrote this down, what I had in mind was actually what I did for my birthday, which was sell my sofa that I had at a good amount that enabled me to buy this yellow sofa and still have change left, right? So rearrange your house. That can be a place that you spend time in a lot. Move things about. If it's just a room, think about how you could rearrange things in your room. It's possible your wardrobe, where you set your mirror, your station for getting ready, and stuff like that. Give it a different look or feel. Add some flowers, some of those dry flowers, just something different that will create an environment that is pleasant to spend more time in. It can be as simple as changing a corner that you spend a lot of time in, a room, etc. And this can be done for you in time for Valentine's Day, so that on the day you're kind of spending time somewhere different. This is third from last, and that is take a break from social media and simply journal. Now, I think that social media can, have you, in such a bubble, and it sort of can numb you a little bit if you don't have control over it, or if you're just scrolling continuously. Now, I take a break from social media, like all social media, apart from WhatsApp. Is that social media? I think it is. I take a break from social media at the beginning of every year to just give me time to plan, prepare, also pray and fast for that new year, basically. Now, I think for Valentine's Day, you could do this basically as an opportunity to just do you without seeing what anyone else is doing, what they're up to. Just do you, what you would like to do for you and your family and your loved ones, if you are privileged to have them around or if you have access to them. So I definitely recommend turning off social media for the day or for that weekend. Valentine's Day is on a Sunday, so why not? This is second from last, and that is simply read a book out loud together. That can be as a group, as a family, as friends, as a couple, whatever. Pick a book that you will start reading on the day, and you take turns to read a chapter or a page out loud. Something that I don't think a lot of people do this, sitting down, reading the same book, and then you read the next page, I read the next page, etc. I've never done it, but it's something that I really want to do. I think it's really cool. It sparks conversation and it builds a different type of bond, I think, especially given that it's something that's been put in place with such level of intentionality. I think it will be great. Last on my list is simply to reflect or relive an experience that caused a U-turn in your life. So for Christians, that might mean listening to a testimony that really change your perspective about life, about God, about your relationship, about your walk. For people maybe that watch motivational messages, that might be watching that again, just so you relive that experience, and maybe from it you take a different level of inspiration, a different push, or just to simply enjoy it. And that's absolutely fine. I think it's very important to not take for granted things that we have experienced, that we're familiar with. Revisit archives and appreciate them, and consider, think, reflect, have a quiet space reflecting on why you appreciated it the way you did. Why did it affect you the way it did? Does it still affect you the way it did? Look at yourself and look at your surroundings, your people, and just see where you're at as a person. I think it's very important to know who you are and to have a healthy inner man. And these ways of reflecting, they help you to know yourself. They help you to appreciate yourself. They help you to appreciate the things you have. For a lot of us, including me, COVID has been the thing that has made us to stop and reflect. But I think we should really do that more often and reprioritize our life and only cherish things that are really important and not get carried away. I hope this was somewhat helpful. The ramble in there, I'm sure there was something that gave you a few pointers, a few tips for what to do. Yeah, if you have any other ideas that I didn't mention, definitely link them down below. Let's share and let's have fun for the day. Definitely make effort on the day. Don't spend the day all bogged down looking bog standard. Get up, make effort, make it truly a different day that you've planned nice things into. And that's pretty much all, guys. So for now, I will see you on my next video. Remember to subscribe if you haven't. If you like this kind of content, I post weekly and I post on Sunday 6 p.m. So yeah, subscribe and so you don't miss a thing. Bye.